Hello and welcome to the Daily Moth. Today is November 1st, with 1 week left in the presidential election and with only 2 months left in 2016. Time is always on time. And now for the news. So you might have noticed that some of your Facebook friends are checking in North Dakota. They're doing this in support of the Standing Rock protest of the Dakota Access Pipeline, or DALP. Now, it may seem like they're actually going to North Dakota to join the protest. However, the goal is to confuse the police department. It appears that the police department is using Facebook to see who is showing up at the protest in order to stop the protest. The police department in Morton County posted a statement on Facebook saying that these rumors are false. Take a look for yourself. Although they posted this statement, this did not stop people to continue checking in. As of right now, there's over 1.4 million people who have checked in, and that is their way to be involved in social media activism. This is also showing their support. So far there has been more than 400 people arrested trying to stop the $7 billion project. It is an exhausting fight, and protesters are saying they need more people to continue to show up, not only to check in on Facebook, but to actually go there. And law enforcement has been saying that the protesters have been coming in from out of town, causing the locals to feel overwhelmed and stressed due to the protests that are going on. They're asking for an additional $4 million covering costs related to the protest, along with the $6 million in emergency funding. As far as the presidential candidates and their statements on the protest, Hillary has not made a clear statement on this. Take a look. As of Donald Trump, he currently owns stock with the company that is building the pipeline, the Energy Transfer Partners, or ETP. The CEO of ETP has already given $3,000 in support of the Trump campaign and has given $100,000 to PAC, supporting Trump's campaign as well. As for Green Party's Jill Stein, she has been very clear and vocal in her support of the protest. She also spray painted a bulldozer at the site. And as for Gary Johnson, he has not made a clear position of the issue. This morning, 6 people died in Baltimore when a school bus ran into a commuter bus. This happened earlier this morning, and thankfully none of the children were in the school bus at the time. The bus driver was on their way to pick up the first of the students. However, something happened where the school bus hit a car, ran off the road into a cemetery, and went back on the road, hitting a commuter bus in a very serious accident. As you can see from the picture, there was a lot of damage done. And the school bus driver passed away along with 5 people in the commuter bus, making a total of 6 people who are dead, along with 10 injured. The investigation is going on, figuring out what happened, and police say there was no skid marks on the road. This is a very unfortunate accident, but thankfully no children were involved. Yesterday there was a pipeline explosion in Shelby County, Alabama. A crew of 9 people were working when it suddenly exploded. 1 person has died and 7 people were injured. 5 were severely burned and taken to the hospital. Several homes in the area have been evacuated, but there have been no home damage or people injured in those areas. What had happened was there was a track hoe hitting a line near the pipeline, causing the gasoline to ignite. This pipeline is operated by Colonial and is 5 miles from another pipeline that spilled back in September, which caused the pipeline to shut down and gas prices to increase. There's been a drought going on, which has caused fires, and over 31 acres were burnt. The pipeline will be shut down again, which will cause more gas shortages and prices to increase in the eastern United States once again. Sad news from Ohio. A girl who was 11 years old had killed herself due to bullying from her fellow students at school. The girl's name was Bethany, and when she was 3 years old, she had a very serious brain tumor, and they used radiation treatment, and it went away in 2008. However, the treatment caused nerve damage, making her smile lopsided. She was she was a sixth grader who was bullied due to her smile along with her curly hair. And then once she got home from school, Bethany called her friends saying, "I can't take it anymore, and I'm going to kill myself." Bethany went to her house and found a gun. Her stepdad was asleep in the other room as she shot herself, and she was gone. The police department said it's an apparent suicide, and the mother has contacted the school several times due to the bullying issues, and the school has told her that they were going to investigate. However, it appears they did not do anything. The principal said that they tried to resolve the bullying issues, and the mother says that the school system needs to change. It's a very sad story. There's a deaf man in Oklahoma named Johnny Ringer Jr., and he has just filed a federal lawsuit against Oklahoma State Senate representatives, and he is suing due to the online videos of legislator meetings not being captioned. He's asked several times for the captioning of the videos, but they refused. He feels that there is no equal access for the deaf community to be involved with the government meetings, which causes there to be no equal access in the deaf and hard of hearing community. His legal representative will be from the NID, Steen and Vargas, LLP, and the Oklahoma Disability Center. Earlier this year in June, I reported of a Supreme Court hearing of a group of deaf people who sued the Texas Education Agency due to wanting state drivers' education courses. And they wanted them to provide sign language interpreters. The Supreme Court ended up not having the hearing, declaring the case mute because there were only 5 people, and they all already completed their driver's courses or moved out of the state. It is a disappointing end to that case. The Texas driver education courses should continue to provide interpreters.